So, aluminum DeLoreans? Painted DeLoreans? Why was the DeLorean made out of stainless steel? I didn't get it right. Let's find out from Kathryn DeLorean.
Had you already seen the car in the movie though? Yeah? Just in Back to the Future? So, who was the car really for? Was the car for you? Tell the truth.
Yeah.
No, it was for your dad?
Although she knows we're never going to sell it unless we absolutely had to. So it'll be hers one day. It'll be passed on to her. I did have to talk her out of wanting to paint it yellow because she really wants to paint it yellow.
So, here is something you don't know. My father actually had plans to eventually make the car out of aluminum. At the time, it was too expensive. But there is a review of the factory in which Zora actually talks about how it's set up to go through aluminum. And eventually, you would have been able to have painted aluminum panels that you could, you know how the panels are easy to pop on and off?
Yeah.
He wanted you to be able to change the color of your car with your outfit.
Can you imagine?
So you can have these lightweight aluminum panels that you had maybe 1 or 2 sets of, and you can just change the color of your car when you went out.
Crazy.
The DeLorean was meant to be painted. Do you know why it's made out of stainless steel?
Because it's supposed to last forever, right?
He couldn't afford the paint factory.
Really?
So the genius was making you think it was intentional.
It worked.
Yeah. It's a story that came from Malcolm, who was working with him at the time. He said, what was it that Malcolm said? It was like, I don't have $2 billion for a paint factory, so I'm just going to make it out of stainless steel. That's the way Malcolm. But everything about the car, because it wasn't about the car, it was about the factory.
Right.
Everything about the car is pretty much a compromise. He wanted to make the car out of, at the time, the mid-engine Corvette platform.
Yeah.
And he wanted it to be out of space-age aluminum. But both were things that he researched while working at Chevrolet right before he left. But making a car out of aerospace aluminum at the time was far too expensive.
Yeah.
It's crazy because today, all cars are made out of aluminum.
Yeah.
So that's why there's the Aerovet, and then the Reynolds aluminum Corvette, which is a naked aluminum Corvette that General Motors has.
Wow.
So, pretty cool.
See, this is why we meet with Kat. We get the inside scoop.
It's not like my dad told me stories and said, here's the documentation.
Yeah.
Well, some of it he did. Some of it he just left behind.
I was going to say, you've found and received documents over the years, though, right?
Yeah. So everybody's gone around and they've tried to learn the story of the DeLorean, of my dad, the history of the DeLorean.